Hello? Hello? Oh, what the fuck?
Do you know who I am?
Who said that?
I said, do you know who I am?
Should I? Can you let me out of here, please? Where exactly am I?
I'll let you out, but first you have to answer a couple of my questions.
What do you want? Do you want money or something? I can give you money.
Quiet!
Okay.
What is your mother's name?
Why do you want to know my mother's name?
I will not repeat myself.
Mother's name? Dorothy. Dorothy Cooper.
Is that a family name?
It's my grandmother's name.
You want to hear something wild? The female equivalent of senior and junior is big and little. So your mother is Dorothy Little, and your grandma is Dorothy Big.
Well, okay. I don't really know what you're talking about.
How old were you when Dorothy Big bit the big one?
Dorothy Big. What is that?
What did I say about repeating myself?
I don't understand the question.
How old were you when your grandmother died?
14 or 15. I was just starting high school.
What was the last thing she said to you?
I don't know. It was a long time ago.
Maybe this will help jog your memory, Murray.
How do you know my name? Okay, look, I don't remember. She was apologizing for something. I don't remember. She was saying something about witches and curses. My mother said she had Alzheimer's, so I honestly completely forgot all about it. So.
When was the last time you saw your father?
I never met my father.
Never?
No, my mom said that he left when I was born.
Did she talk about him that much?
Why do you want to know these things about...
Did she talk about him?
No, not really, not at all, ever.
And you never thought to ask?
If he wasn't around, why should I care?
Do you believe in witches? Witches, curses, magic, any of that stuff?
No, I don't.
Well, call me crazy, but I do. I believe in all that stuff. When I was a child, my dad told me that magic was real. That magic can be used to cleanse the world of its sins, but it can be used to destroy those with the purest of intentions.
What does this have to do with me?
My father was a quiet man, the quietest man I knew. He would sit alone in silence most of the time, thinking. I got really good at talking to myself. I was the only one who would ever listen. Papa didn't talk about Mama that much, or the rest of my family for that matter. Said I was the only family he needed. So you can imagine my surprise when this little old lady in a white dress and even whiter hair shows up at my front door. I had this strange sort of energy with her, like I had known her in another life. She gave my dad a check. This woman who I've never met before gave my daddy $50,000 without saying a word. Years later, when I was able to take care of myself, Papa took his life. He left on the counter an envelope labeled "For You." And inside was a check for $50,000 to Richard Cooper from a Dorothy Roberta Cooper.
My grandmother.
I wanted to know who this Dorothy Cooper was, so I could ask her why she was giving all this money to my dad. So I went to 1083 Baker Street and paid little old Dorothy Big a visit.
Wait, when was this?
She wasn't there. She had already passed. But her daughter was there.
My mother.
Our mother.
What are you fucking talking about?
Oh, when she saw me for the first time, she recognized me instantly. She broke down with tears, and she told me everything.
Okay, alright. You need to shut the fuck up. Get me out of here, please. Please.
She told me about the curse, how all those years ago a witch caught her husband cheating with our beloved grandma. The witch gave old Dorothy Big a curse, cursed her children and her children's children.
Can you let me out of here, please? Please?
The witch told Grandma that she would have 2 children, a boy and a girl, and the 2 of them would fall in love with one another and have children of their own. Grandma did everything she could to prevent the curse, but she couldn't stop fate, destiny.
What are you talking about, dude?
She gave birth to 2 children, Dorothy, our mother, and Richard, our father. She put Dad up for adoption to try to prevent the curse from taking its course. Mom didn't know who Dad was when they met in Paris. Neither of them did. But they fell in love, as you do. And Mom brought Dad back home with her. Grandma knew it was him the second she saw him, but it was too late. Because Mama was pregnant with us.
You're a liar. You're a fucking liar. Can you get me out of here? Oh, fuck.
And now, it's up to us to complete the prophecy, brother.
Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Please don't kill me.
One of us must die. One of us must live.
I don't think we have to die.
You don't believe
Right.
in the prophecy?
No, I believe in the prophecy. Of course, I believe in the prophecy, sister. But I don't. There could be different interpretations of this prophecy.
Nonsense!
Okay.
The prophecy is the prophecy. Now, like I said, I'm not here to kill you.
Well, you're holding a gun, so I can see why I would think that you're trying to kill me.
Convince me.
What?
Convince me that you should be the one to live.
Doesn't that mean that you have to?
I know what that means. Do you have a wife? Kids?
I have a girlfriend and a dog.
A job? You're just as useless to society as I am. Guess we'll settle this like the Russians.
No, okay, please stop. Holy shit. Fuck. Oh my god.
You know, like they say in a game of Russian roulette, that the bullet
Oh, fuck.
is
Jesus.
expected to discharge on the third.
God, fuck! Holy shit. God. Oh, my fuck. Oh. Oh, God! Holy shit. God. Oh, my fuck. Oh.